Hello everyone, welcome back to another early walkthrough stream for Elden Ring. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's Friday afternoon. I had meant to be online earlier this morning on day 3 of, hello everyone, of my vacation, but I got thwarted by the guitar this morning. I started practicing some stuff and I was having some issues, and I don't like to leave things unresolved, so I like to just keep grinding at things until they work, and that's what happened, and next thing I know, half my day was gone, so that's where we're at. And then just a lot of time spent with Crimson Desert, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. We want to head up to this location. Well, we're going to go up to this map marker up here, and we'll want to do it at nighttime. There's a deathrite bird over here, which means I need to switch this stuff. So we're going to want that to fight with. And let's see, for the deathrite bird, we won't need... We'll need the Sacred Scorpion Charm because we won't need to have to worry about getting health back from it because we won't be backstabbing it. And then what else would we like to use if we're going to use the Uji Katana? Raise defense when hit points low, raise attack power when hit points low. Yeah, let's do that. We want to be able to kill it. If things get hairy, we'd like, if we can only connect one more time, we'd like to be able to kill it, so. There's a Site of Grace up here that will go activate, and then the Deathrite Bird is right next to it when it's dark, of course. He was trying real hard, wasn't he? Yeah, we get enough people online watching the stream today, and I'll talk about Crimson Desert very briefly. Because I did end up refunding the game, and I don't do that. I can probably count on 3 fingers the number of times I've refunded a game. Let's go. Where are you at? The Deathrite Bird shows up here, where this sunken church type thing. There we go. It's south of there. I know that. Let's go activate this grace. It's getting dark, so I wonder if it'll just show up. Let's change our physical over here then. Or do we still have it set up as holy? Holy Shroud and Cracked here. We do good. Okay. Let's wander over here and see if we can get him. Where are you at, buddy? There you are. Alright. Come on. Because it's a one-shot kill. Well, that was unfortunate. I didn't see that coming. Did not think that was going to happen. Is it still nighttime? Usually quite a bit of time passes when you have to be resurrected. Okay. We'll have to come back and get him later then. I mean, I could just rest at the Grace and fight him again, but I don't really want to. What I really want to do is go over to this crystal tunnel. And have a look at that. I do have every intention of playing some more Endless Legend 2 tonight on stream. That's been really fun to play. Oh, the jellyfish. Ding, ding, ding. Where does this one walk you to? I'm not sure I've ever flagged this one before. What is that? We got you, Noble. Where are you going to take us? Going to wander us through here. Does he take us to the Crystal Cave? Or is there something else he's taking us to? Where are you going, buddy? Where are you leading us? It might be the Crystal Cave. There you are. I'm curious where he's going. That wandering mausoleum there you can only get from above. It doesn't have any impurities on its feet. So you have to end up shooting at it with a bow from over there on that ledge. You can see it'll come pretty close to the ledge and then you can start shooting it. We'll have to do that. Oh yeah, I think he's just coming over here to this crystal tunnel. Well, that's where we wanted to go, so let's go. Now, trick with these crystal tunnels is a lot of times they have stuff down below like this. This is what we're really after. Cracked crystal. Need a bunch of it. Yeah, there he was, disappearing behind us. If you ever want to know, are there invisible walls in here? Just use Margit Shackle. Not every tunnel has lootable items in its side tunnels on the way down the ramp, but most of them do, so that's why I just don't even bother taking the ramp anymore. Well, we need the... Let's pull this. I'm not sure. I can't remember where it teleports you to when you get to the boss at the end of the dungeon. Alright. There's going to be miners in here, and they don't like strike damage, so we're going to get our flail out. That's +6 now. See if there's anything else that we really have to do here. Let's get our physic worked up, because we're not going to use holy damage against the boss here. What we will use, boosting stamina would be good. We'll want that. Okay. Oh, and then we do have a great room, but I'm not going to be activating it. We'll load it just in case, but Godric's rune, the only one we have. Oh, the light was on. Sometimes it's so dim I forget it's on. Okay. Yep, there's a guy right there. Oh, we may want some backstab stuff then. Let's do this. We don't need holy. What else would be good? I don't know that we're going to need that either. Oh, stamina might be good. Let's do that. Fastest way to get rid of these guys. Somber smithing stone. I don't think there's anything back up here, but... Oh, there is. Somber smithing stone. That's nice. Anything down below? Nope. Oh, yeah. Hidden path ahead. We can disprove that. Yeah. Nope. What's in here? All the crystals that we need? Okay, hold on. That's the way we came, and this is the way we gotta go. Okay. Sometimes these dungeons branch off, and you gotta be a little wary. So here we go. This is our guys here. Lots of guys and lots of verticality and lots of places and ways to die. Claymore says, morning colors. The stream is making me want to jump back, mate. Well, it's a brilliant game to revisit. I hadn't touched it in a long time. And then I ended up following someone on Twitter who was playing the game for the first time. And they're really good at understanding the lore of the game, even for a person who'd never played it before. So it's been really fun watching them play and discover the game. And it made me want to go back and play it and then start. And then as I'm playing it, I'm realizing, oh my God, I really need to build myself a walkthrough so that every time I come back and revisit this game, it's not the end of the world. I'd really like to get... Here's the problem is the jumping is so bad for that part up there that I'm going to die. So I really want my runes 0 for that. So we might go back and... Because we'll get that shiny, but more importantly, we'll get that smithing stone over there. We'll do that after we conquer the dungeon, I think. I think that's the wiser option for me, being so bad at this. So bad at the parkour part of it. So there's that, and there's... You just want to be clicking all the time. And then there's this lift, which doesn't come up right now. Yep. So we got to keep going. This is a dungeon I die in a lot just because of some of the parkour in it. And then I think there's a couple enemies that give me trouble too, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Okay. That's nice. You, dude. I just need one of you guys to come up here. Sergeant Dodger is here. Dodger. Let's do this. Smackdown. Come on. Get over here. Bring it on, buddy. Oh, it's a long delay. Okay. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll parry him, but you got to get the timing down. He's going to be a slow minute to get up here. And then we'll go deal with this guy. Okay, you're in trouble. Oh, I don't like you at all. Oh no, who's shooting at me? With the ferociousness. Okay, I want to get this. Where are you at? Mr. Sorcerer got you right there. Okay. Who's moving around? Anybody moving around now? Can we just roll in here and finish these guys off? Did you play Crimson Desert? Sergeant Dodger asked. Yes, I did. I had every intention of putting that on the stream as I went through it the first time, and instead, I said at the beginning of the stream I'd start talking about this when there's enough people online that want to ask about it. I refunded the game. So I have a very low opinion of the game. I don't know if it gets fun later. I know that it has some of the worst design systems I've ever seen. And I mean that in every possible way that you can imagine. It has the worst control scheme I've ever seen. The most complicated control scheme I've ever seen. It also has unresponsive controls. It has an incredibly bad onboarding process that is just brain damaged. It has horrible writing, a fake populated world, a really bad story. I thought it was going to be like a bigger, more impressive version of Dragon's Dogma 2, because Dragon's Dogma 2 has a really bad story, bad lip syncing, pretty bland world, but the combat in Dragon's Dogma 2 is incredibly fun. And I thought, well, that's okay, that combat's going to carry this game. But and reports are coming out today that they're already finding AI art in the game. And here, before I even saw that, My initial impression of the game after 90 minutes with it was that this was a game that was built with ChatGPT. It was built with AI. It feels that way. It feels like developers said, like they plugged in every single thing that makes a modern day action game, and then they just asked an AI to build a game for them, and it did. And because it doesn't know how players play games, it made every single system awful. Controls are awful. Control responsiveness is awful. Character movement is awful. Menus are awful. Quality of life features aren't there. The graphics are bad. Anybody that tells you it has good graphics is smoking crack. The graphics are horrible. I had everything on Ultra, and it looks like a game from 25 years ago. It has some of the most bland, basic textures I've ever seen. I'm walking around this castle, and I'm like, this looks worse than some indie games as far as the textures on these objects. It looks bad. Yes, it's got a gigantic render distance. So does Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it looks fantastic. This is one of the worst AAA games I've ever seen, that I've ever played. I just couldn't believe how poorly everything functioned. Like you can press M to open the map, but you can't press I to open your inventory. You got to navigate through a menu to do it. When you wander up to an NPC that's part of a quest to talk to them, you have to press 2 buttons to talk to them. Everybody else in the game world you can't talk to, but you can get them to do what's called a bark string at you, so they'll say hello or something as you walk by. You can press the E button to greet them. But when you get to a quest person, you have to... The lower right-hand corner of the screen will show you to press the control button, and as you're pressing it, then you have to press a completely separate button to initiate combat with him. To initiate dialogue with him. There's a special skill you learn in the game that's kind of like the character's ability to shine a light and see things and interact with certain objects, and you have to press 2 buttons simultaneously, and one of them is your attack, and it requires a more perfect timing than anything I've ever seen. So most of the time I just ended up attacking, and my character is swinging their sword instead of engaging this mode. And what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to press a button and your left mouse at the same time, and then you're supposed to keep that button held, keep that mode active by holding one of those buttons but not the other. Early in the game, it asks you to go to a tavern as part of the main quest. The main quest is absurdly stupid. It's just a whole bunch of disconnected side quests that mean nothing to the plot. They ask you to go to this tavern and arm wrestle this guy, and it says you need to mash the E button to win. Well, as you're mashing the E button to win, periodically another graphic shows up in the middle of the screen with a very fast rotating hand, and you have to press a different button when that hand gets in a small pie area. And if you do, then you get a huge boost to winning the game. They don't tell you about that. They just tell you to mash the E button. The instructions for how to run in this game are so frustratingly stupid, and running is so bad. I have some footage of me trying to run during the tutorial, and it tells you to press the shift key to start running, and then if you want to run really fast, you have to mash the S key. That's not true at all. The instructions are actually wrong. You just have to press the shift key once to start jogging, and then you have to press it again to start running. And then it'll tell you that you can press the F key, because I remapped it, to jump while running, and if you press the F key while you're running, you'll jump farther than if you were just jogging. But every single time I pressed the key, my character wouldn't jump. If I was jogging or running, it would not jump. The only way I could jump was to use a different kind of jump, which is called a targeted jump, where you have to hold the right mouse button down, and it makes a little symbol on the ground, and you can move the symbol around, and then you press the jump key, and your character will jump to where that symbol was. There are so many keybinds in this game, and they're all 2-part keybinds because they don't have enough keybinds for all the different things they want you to do, and they don't have a more intelligent system for doing all these actions, which is absurd because, most games like this one, like Elden Ring, you got your light attack, you got your heavy attack, you got your special attack, which in my case is the parry, or this if you're doing your special, your charged attack, because controllers have 4 buttons, so there's not a lot that you can do with a game. And Crimson Desert has you doing things like, well, here's a whole other set of attacks, and you have to hold this button and do this, and then you have to hold this button and do this, and then if you want to jump this way, you got to hold this button and do this, and to initiate a conversation, you got to hold this button and then press this, and all because they weren't smart enough to think of a much better way to do all this stuff contextually. Like, I would have had, just off the top of my head, I would have had different stances for combat, so that while you're in one stance, pressing your light attack would have done one thing, and if you're in a different stance, pressing it would do something else. Like, there's a whole separate set of controls for non-weapon combat, for like brawls and fighting and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's great. Just make it a stance that we can toggle so that we can continue to use the buttons we're used to. Light attack, heavy attack, dodge, all that stuff. But they were so stupid that they didn't think of that, which makes me think that the game was designed by an AI and not real people. Like, I'm not sure these guys have ever... They act like they've never developed a video game before, but they made Black Desert Online. They made an MMO, so I know they have developers on their team. But when you play the game, it feels like a game that was made by people who've never made anything before. It is... Did it not get playtested? It got playtested. I'm blown away that it released in this state with this many systems that are awful. Yeah, Claymore says, most of the comments are, they try and smash too many mechanics together and they don't work. Your review seems on par with most balanced reviews. I'm all for being ambitious. And I think there's a place for a game like this to be ambitious. The problem isn't the ambition to me. It's the execution. They didn't think anything through. They didn't look at anything with a critical eye. It was like they handed over their ideas to ChatGPT and said, tell us how to build this. And then they just blindly followed it. And AI spit out garbage and they just blindly executed it. And that's what we get. For instance, the selling point of the game is supposed to be exploration and combat. If it was me, that's what I would showcase for the first 5 hours of gameplay. I would be like, I'm going to drip feed you all the different ways that you can perform combat in this game by giving you a main quest that starts out in such a way that you're just dealing with the basics of the game. The basics of, let's do combat and let's do different combat types and let's do different, attacks and all these different things that they have your abilities for. I would have focused on that. And instead what they do is they have a very short little battle at the beginning with a cutscene, and then they go into absurd, bizarro story mode where the story feels like it was put together. I wrote this on Twitter. The story feels like if your 10-year-old binged watched Game of Thrones and Robotech and then wanted to tell you a story for the next hour. Like, Dad, I just thought about this really cool idea. It's a mashup of these things. And your son has never made a story before. He doesn't know about things like pacing and what to introduce first and how to introduce context so that things have meaning later. Like, you're literally thrust into this main quest doing these absolutely stupid quests that have no context. There's no context. You could pull each one of these quests out separately and have a person play them in any game and they'd be like, I don't know what that's for. You have no more context in this game while you're playing it. You're like, this is dumb. Why am I doing this? Why am I giving a key to this guy that's lying on the ground? Why am I going exploring the sewers? Nobody told me to do this. There's no context for anything because these game developers don't know how to tell a fucking story. Like, they are moronically stupid at telling a story. I'm all for bad storytelling in a game that is action oriented. Dragon's Dogma 2 has one of the dumbest stories I've ever had that I've experienced in a video game, but the combat was so good you didn't care. But this game is just bad everywhere. You're thinking, well, maybe the combat and the controls will save it. No, nothing saves this game from being horrible at every turn. And I kept thinking, I paid $70 for this game. Maybe I just need to push on. But then I started reading other reviews and watching other videos and the people making jokes about how bad the controls were doing it even way more absurd than I was. And I'm like, oh, everybody realizes this is horrible. Okay, it's not me. So then I started to reach the point where I'm like, well, I'm 3 hours into this thing, and Steam usually doesn't refund you after 2 hours. So I got to make a choice. Do I want to continue to blow $70 on something that I'm pretty sure can't be redeemed, because I don't think 100 hours into the game it's going to get any better. Like, I remapped as many controls as I could to make it comfortable to do combat, and then everything about the game just feels freaking janky. Like, picking items up off the ground feels painful. You're trying to target certain things and you can't. Walking feels sluggish and slow like molasses, and then just doing something like turning to look at a character doesn't even feel good. And if you've been on this channel watching me play games like Assassin's Creed Origins, you know how much I love the fluid character movement in that game. Jumping on and off a horse is super easy. Moving around in the game world is super easy. Bayek just effortlessly pushes people out of his way when he gets too close to him. This game, every single time that you want to check if you can open a door, you're in a castle looking for a specific door. Every single time that you want to check, you don't just go up and put a hand on the door to see if you can open it. No, your character needs like a 4-second animation of him bumping up against the door, then trying it again, then shoulder slamming it, and then realizing, oh, I can't get through the door. Every single fucking door. I'm like, is this a joke? What? Dodger, whoa, $70 game. Was it crowdfunded too? I don't know. But for $70, I expected something like, I expected something polished, for one thing. You know, Baldur's Gate 3 when it released was really polished. Elden Ring, polished when it released. I mean, that was one of the things that sold me on this game, because I was not a Soulsborne player, was just how freaking polished this game was when it came out. And Cyberpunk, after it got the 2.0 update and it got Phantom Liberty DLC, one of my favorite games of all time, incredibly polished now, a full AAA experience. Great story, great voice acting, great combat, great action, everything that you want. Crimson Desert is just, it's slop, man. I mean, and I think when the dust clears, we're going to find out that a huge chunk of that game was made by AI, and that's why it's so sloppy. All the systems are slop. They're just garbage. And it baffles me to see some people that I respect playing the game 100 hours into it and being like, no, this is great. I'm like, you either have a really high tolerance for bullshit, or you're being paid, or you're just not paying attention. And I think it's probably the latter. I think for some people, they're going to be so enamored with the combat that they're going to be willing to slog through 10 hours of complete bullshit to get to it. And when I watched the combat, and when I was doing some of the combat in that very first battle in the beginning game, I was like, this is not any more interesting to me than the combat from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I mean, yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla had some awesome finishers, and it was fun to play combat with it, but it wasn't anything complicated, and it didn't need 800 different dual button configurations to make it work. So Cyberpunk is still like $20 right now, Sergeant Daughter says. Yeah, and if you haven't played it, you have to get it. I mean, it'd be the best $20 you'd ever spend. So, resistance in a game is good if executed well. This sounds terrible. No, that's the thing. I was thinking that this was going to be a super... Everybody talked about how big this open world was going to be, and everybody talked about the combat looking fantastic. And I'm like, okay, if it's a much, much bigger version of Dragon's Dogma 2, where the combat carries it, and I don't care if the story isn't that good, and it's got really good systems built around that, and it has things in there that are going to make it difficult for you, like bosses and stuff like that, I'm not opposed to a challenge. That's why I like Elden Ring. That's why I like Dark Souls 3. That's why I like playing games like Star Traders Frontiers and Stellaris, because they are challenges if you're not used to those kinds of games. I like a challenge. This isn't resistance, though. This is friction, and it's painful friction. And I think some of it can be fixed if the developers aren't just sitting in their offices relying on ChatGPT to tell them how to do things. If they really want to get down and fix the control system and the unresponsiveness of the controls, and if they want to simplify the control system and still do all the things that they want to do by creating things like stances or something like that, or contextual situations or whatever, there's a lot of work that can be done to fix some of the huge problems with the execution of the mechanics of the game. You can't really fix the story. It's awful. The the onboarding of the story and the onboarding of you as a player is really horrendous, because the strength of the game should be the combat, and that should be what you should be onboarding a player through. For the first few hours of the game, it should be all about that. The story should be small and focused on this character, and there should be small little sequence of events as you learn how to do all the combat stuff. Get the player hooked on the combat and the combat mechanics, and introducing into all these complex keybinds and everything, and let them customize it and let them try things out, and push them through 5 to 10 hours of just a very combat focused game, and then introduce them to the big town and the big world and the totally unrelated side plot stuff and the absolutely absurd main quest that has no context, you know. And that's the thing. If you really wanted to build this story smartly, you would spend that first 5 to 10 hours building up the combat and making it more complex and showing the player all the different things they can do. And while you were doing that, you'd be drip feeding them hints about the absurdity of the story to come. But instead, they just throw you straight into it with no context, because they want to show you how to use 1 or 2 mechanics that are just not even fleshed out very well. It's like, oh, I have to hold a button to throw an energy, some kind of energy leash at a thing, and it creates a sticky blob on the end, and then I can use that to turn a wheel. And it's one of the most cumbersome, unintuitive tools that I've ever seen in a video game for a character to use that's not combat. You know, it was like, why is this so painful to use? Why can't my characters just walk up here and start spinning this dial then with their hands? I mean, every other game lets you do that, from Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous to Baldur's Gate 3. It's like, they made these unbelievably, they wanted to be really cool and edgy, I think, with some of these things, but they didn't think to spend the time to make them function well. So nothing functioned well. It feels like buying the ultimate home fixer-upper. Like, when was this house made? Oh, it was built in 1910, and she's got a few quirks, and then you buy it and move into the house, and you realize it's Tom Hanks in the money pit. And you're like, oh shit, this thing is broken 6 ways to Sunday. And that's what Crimson Desert is. It's just a very incredibly badly flawed game. So, is there a single redeeming factor? I think if you get far enough into the game, from what I've seen, Sergeant, I think the combat probably is pretty good. It's still going to be cumbersome because the control scheme is so bad and the controls are unresponsive. But from what I've seen and the little bit of experience I had with it during that initial skirmish in the first 10 minutes of the game, I think the combat has a lot of promise. And so that's the only thing I've heard from people saying that they like, is that they like the big open world to explore and they like the combat. And I'm like, okay, but Dragon's Dogma did that part better. So if I want to just play a game with a bad story and great combat with controls that work and aren't complex, I'll just go play Dragon's Dogma 2 again, you know, or I'd much rather just play some more Elden Ring, because this game isn't going to frustrate me and disappoint me that way. This game will frustrate me because I suck at defeating a boss, you know, and it's like, that's on me. I got to get better. But there's no getting better at Crimson Desert. It's Crimson Desert that needs to get better for you. So so I don't refund games. I hardly ever, I mean, I probably refunded 3 games maybe in the entire time that I've had Steam. And I sat there and thought about it for a while this morning. I thought, do I want to turn this game on some more and play it some more and try to slog through it and maybe start to find some redemption out of it? Or do I just think this thing is garbage and they need to fix it? It needs that No Man's Sky Cyberpunk 2077 redemption arc. It needs that. Like, that's what it's going to need. What exactly is good about the combat? What makes it appealing? What's good about it is, despite the controls being really, really complicated, there are a bunch of different things you can do in the game. Like, it's not just shield bash and light attack and heavy attack. There's a whole bunch of different stuff going on there. And unfortunately, during that first little skirmish, I didn't get a chance to try any of that stuff because you don't know what you're doing. And the game's trying to prompt you, but it's like I said, the onboarding's really bad. But when you sit there like I did and look, I'm sitting there at a giant menu trying to remap my keys to be something more intuitive. And as I'm remapping the keys, I see so many options. This game has 4 times as many combat options just for combat. Things that you can do during combat than a regular game does. And I'm like, this is a ton of options. If you could master this, the combat would probably be amazing. And from what I've seen from videos, watching people who are far into the game and they're fighting bosses and they have all these tools and they've kind of mastered the controls, it does look really amazing. Like, I think a lot of people have been wanting an action-oriented game, open world or not, that was more complex than light attack, heavy attack, dodge, parry. You know, I think people want something more than that. And this game promises to give it to you. But you got to deal with 90% bullshit to get there. And I am not the person. I'm too old for that now. My threshold for bullshit is really low. And there are so many games that I want to play. That was a deciding factor for me in deciding to refund it today. Was I'm looking at my list of games that I want to play and get on the channel. I have older games that I'm still trying to get through Let's Plays on. I have newer games that I want to do reviews for and that I want to play and maybe put Let's Plays on the channel. I have keys that have been given to me for games that are in early access that the developers would like my feedback. They'd like me to do a video on it. I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, I don't have enough time to waste on a game that's probably going to take me 150 hours to 200 hours to complete. And if it's painful and full of friction and not fun, what am I doing? Like, the developer didn't give me a key. I paid for the game and nobody wants a review for me. So why am I torturing myself? So my threshold for bullshit, too low for that game. What's going on over here? Yeah, so Crimson Desert, I was excited because I thought it might be something. I understood that it was probably getting overhyped, but I thought, I've played lots of games before that weren't perfect on launch and grew into themselves. And Cyberpunk was one of those games. I had a really good experience with Cyberpunk on the PC because I got it on PC. I didn't get it on PlayStation. I didn't get it on Xbox. And my PC experience was actually really good. And then the 2.0 update came out and Phantom Liberty came out and it turned it into a very good experience, into a great all-time experience for me. So I'm used to games doing stuff like that. But this game, for me personally, it's a refund now. Wait to see if they improve it, if it has a redemption story. If you hear people making videos about it 6 months to a year from now saying, oh my God, the game has completely been turned around, and then get it on a sale and give it a go again. And much like games that I've talked about with bad writing, that's the part you can't fix. Like, here's my concern with a game like Starfield that's getting some big updates in the next month that are fixing a lot of the things that a lot of us had problems with. You're going to get inter-system travel and new points of interest while you're flying around space and a bunch of other things that they've kind of been vague about, but it's supposedly a pretty big update to Starfield. And that makes me interested in revisiting it to see what it plays like, because those were some pretty big issues to me, because I came from No Man's Sky and I'm like, why can't you guys just do this? Like, you had 10 years to do seamless traversal through space and you couldn't get it. We've got a bazillion loading screens instead. But you still can't fix Emil Pagliarulo's really, really bad writing in Starfield and his bad quest design and his completely illogical bullshit in that game. So it might be more fun to actually play. It might be more fun to fly a ship around and shoot things with guns, but it's still going to irk the shit out of me because it's stupid. And that's the thing about Crimson Desert, is they may be able to fix the technical parts and make it so that actually playing it is fun, so that the parkouring and the combat and the walking around and the interacting with objects, everything is responsive and works. But they're still not going to be able to fix the story to that game, which is just garbage. Sergeant says, dude, you should make a video saying just what you said. Critique content is important. And you were just going to mention Starfield. Yeah. So, well, I thought about it, but I thought briefly about it, but I didn't record any footage. I recorded like 12 minutes of footage before I refunded the video. And that was another thing that I was flip-flopping it back and forth on, was, do I want to spend like an hour capturing footage so I can do a video essay about everything that's wrong with this game? And And ultimately, that doesn't seem like it's a lot of worth. Like, other people are saying a lot of the same things that I'm saying online. They're saying it on Twitter. There's going to be people's video reviews. There's going to be breakdowns of this on YouTube by people who have way more footage than I do, who have way more hours invested in it than I do. And I don't want to be one of those people who then gets criticized for, well, you only played the game for 2 hours. Yes, but in 2 hours, I was able to identify all these things that suck about it. The part that I would want to talk about that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, because people are talking about the controls. They're talking about the disjointed quests that make up the main quest. They're talking about a lot of those things that are really bad about it, and the unresponsiveness of the character and all that stuff, and the really bland main character that you have. Like, this is the other thing that's really bad about it. It has a voiced protagonist, but this is the most boring voiced protagonist of all time. This is not Geralt of Rivia. This is not Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. This is not V from Cyberpunk 2077. This is a character who could have been voiceless. This could have been a voiceless protagonist. You could have made your own character and made them look like whatever you want to, and it would have helped the game. So all of these things are really bad, but the part that I would want to talk about is the onboarding. The first 5 to 10 hours a game, and I would have had to keep the game and eat the $70 to get that 5 to 10 hours of video footage so that I could drive home my point, which is, when you have a game that does combat really well, but everything else sucks, you don't spend the first several hours of the game showing the player everything that sucks and saving the combat for later. You build on what it's good at. You pull in and hook the player with the thing that it's good at. You drip feed them combat for the first 5 hours and nothing else, because this is the strength of your game. You build the story up and you save the bullshit for later. You spend some time with the story creating context for the player, so that when things start to get a little weird, they have some understanding of why it's getting weird. Not just because it sounds like a 5-year-old plugged in ChatGPT and said, make me a weird sci-fi fantasy story. So the onboarding is the part I would talk about, because for me, that's a story mechanic thing. That's a writing thing. That's the stuff I'm interested in, is how did you decide to go through and create this start to the game? Why did you do it this way? It's completely ass backwards of how you should have done it, considering what your game does really well. And this is how you should have done it. That's what I would focus on. Oh, God. Beams and... yeah, I gotta fall down this beam over here. I got an idea. I'm gonna be heavy load with this, but... let's do this. Let's do that and grab this one. This might work. It might not. Okay, let's go over here and backstab this guy first. Yeah, so that's essentially all of my thoughts on Crimson Desert from the time I spent with it, and just the general feeling I had as I played it. Not a happy camper about the whole thing. I was really disappointed because I wanted it to be good. Oh, he doesn't fall down. Okay. Oh, so it has a lot of poise damage, but not right now. Oh, I gotta run across here. You guys, why don't you come over here and fight me? Oh, he's not seen me. Oh, no. It's not the way I wanted to fall. Let's try to roll the other way. Okay. Well, now I gotta go get my runes back. We have a rune recovery mission on our hands, boys. Yeah, so I hope all that makes sense. I mean, certainly, if anybody watching the stream decides that, you know, they don't want to listen to me, they want to spend the $70 and they want to make up their own mind, dude, go do it. You may fall into that group of people who's like, yeah, it's got a ton of flaws, but I'm still having fun with it, because there are people that are doing that right now, and great for them. Great You know, if you fall into that category, by all means, don't let me put you off the game. But these are my honest thoughts, and you all know I don't get paid by anybody. And I have no bone to pick. I have no agenda against anybody. I'm not one of those people who's going to complain about a video because it's anti-woke or anything like that. Like, I literally have nothing against this game on the surface. I was hoping it was going to be good and fun. It pains me to not like a video game because I love games. I want every game to succeed. Because if you have the problem that I have right now, which is not having enough time to play all these games, that's a great problem to have. I'd rather have that problem than games keep coming out and sucking. That's not good. And in this particular case, I really wish they would have executed their vision better. And I said this on Twitter, it really feels like a game where they didn't have an experienced game director on hand to tell them, okay, I see what you're trying to do here, but you need to rethink this because the controls are too complicated, or I'm sitting here running the build and my character's not jumping. These controls are unresponsive, guys. You got to fix this. Or, you know, this doesn't feel like a main quest. This is just a bunch of disjointed garbage. You know, we need to do better in our storytelling department here. Like, they needed a leader. They need a leader who kind of understood what was going on here and how to guide the team, because it just feels like they didn't have that. It feels like one of those games where people were just free to make up whatever they wanted in the development process, and they did not have a single overarching mind as quality control. You know, that's what it feels like. There was no quality control. You got to have somebody on the team who's in that leadership position, who can, you know, in a thoughtful and constructive way, they have to be the person to put the kibosh on bad game design. They have to be the person to say, this is just implemented poorly, we got to do better. They got to be the person to raise the standards. You know, that's what the game really feels like it lacks, is somebody in there raising the standards. Because when you play a game like that, or at least when I do, I'm always baffled. I'm like, how did this get to this point? How did it get through playtesting? Didn't anybody on the team play this and go, oh my lord, this is clunky. Oh my goodness, this doesn't really work. Oh my goodness, there's no context for what we're doing here. Okay, so where did we died up, I think. I think we're gonna have to go back up and jump off. But let's go through here and find out. Oh no, this is where we were. Okay, we're right there. Is that guy gonna go that way? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get my runes. And then I'm gonna go out here. And then I'm gonna do like this. Okay, now you. Bye-bye. Okay, we got runes. We got more stuff to grab. We need all these crystals. That's how we make crystal darts, which are the bane of all the imps in our lives. So anyway, after a whole morning of dealing with my disappointment from Crimson Desert, I needed I needed to do something constructive that made me feel better, and that was started playing guitar. I officially this morning got asked by the Civic Theater to play guitar first chair for the Mamma Mia play that they're going to be putting on in June, so that was really nice. The band leader called me and said, yes, do you want to do this? I heard you want to do this. I'm like, yeah, I already have the sheet music home, or I've been working on it. It's like, great. So I'm excited about that, because that's when I did School of Rock 2 years ago. That was my first time ever working with the Civic, doing anything theater wise, and that was just a hoot. I had a really good time doing that. And I've spent some time listening to the Mamma Mia soundtrack for Broadway play, and it is pretty cool. There's a lot of cool guitar in that first chair, so I'm excited about it. Yeah, thanks, Claymore. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's going to be a really neat experience. So, and then I got a new band a new cover band I'm playing with on Sunday for the first time. So I've been learning their material that they want to cover, and they got a couple of fun songs in there. So I spent some time doing that this morning too. Now, did we go down this hallway? What's over? Yeah, this is this. Okay. I'm not following my Excel notes because I don't have Excel open right now, so. Oh yeah, we're heavy roll, aren't we? Let's get rid of that thing. Right there. Oh, we're medium load right now? With that on there? That's cool. Okay, we're still gonna get rid of it. And do stamina instead. Okay, there's something down there. This guy, bloodstained here. Okay, so does that lead to that other part? Yes, this was out here and we turned left and there was stones there. Okay. The crystals right here will respawn. The smithing stones won't. So if you're ever like, I need to make a crystal run, until you can just buy them from a vendor, this is the great mine shaft to come down. Get over here. Oh, okay, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's twice we've done that. Yeah, and so working for the Civic like this is always hard for me because I don't read standard notation. I'm not like any other musician that's going to be there. All the keyboard players and everybody else, they read standard notation. So that's why I wanted to know if I was going to be able to do this months ago, and I managed to find the sheet music online for the first chair guitar. So I've spent the last month and a half transcribing that stuff over to guitar tablature so that I can practice with it every day and finding tracks to rehearse to and stuff. So I've got about 20 songs left to transcribe, and I've kind of been not doing that the last few days because I didn't know if I was going to get the gig. And then when she messaged today and said, oh yeah, you can do it, that means that after my son's track meet tomorrow and my band rehearsal with the new band on Sunday, I'm going to have to get cracking on getting the rest of it transcribed and learned, because I want to be ready by the time when rehearsals start in April. I want to already know everything. I want to have every song memorized and be able to go. And that's the funny part for me is people who work in orchestras and stuff like that, they sight read. So some of these people don't spend a lot of time rehearsing because they sight read so well. I can't sight read. So I have to memorize everything as if it's a rock performance, as if I'm going to go play. I wanted to go down here instead of as if I was going to play a 4-hour rock show. I mean, and that's what you get good at doing if you're a guitar player, and if you're a bass player too. If you play rock music, especially if you're in a cover band. If you're going to be in a cover band playing bars and stuff like that, you're going to be playing Friday and Saturday nights, and you're going to be playing for 4 hours. You're going to be there for 5 hours total. You're going to get 4 15-minute breaks, and you're going to play for 4 hours. So, and that's usually 40 to 44 songs that you're going to have memorized. So you got to have all that stuff memorized. So I'm good at memorizing things. I just got to get it transcribed into a format that I understand really well. You guys are up there. Okay, this is a problem. Let's do this. That gives us the edge in taking them out one at a time by throwing that dart. No enemy ahead? Are you sure? Really? You were right. Okay, you get the benefit of a heal. Any invisible doors around here? No. What's this guy say? Liar ahead. That guy's message is not up anymore. Is this boss room or what is this? Oh, it's these guys. Be wary of up. Okay, so there's a guy up and then there's these bozos here. Let's do this. Come on, my friend. Oh, you can't bury him. I've never done that before. Okay, that was fun. Come here, bud. Oh, you're this guy. You want to shoot. Okay. Hit whoever's up there with your frenzy. What am I looking at here? There's a guy up there, isn't there? Oh, and you're an archer too. Okay. Mr. Archer. So we have crystal, so to speak, for fire. Okay. Crystal knife. Yeah, that's cool. It just looks kind of neat. Oh, that's badass. Kind of want to do a dagger run sometime, but God, they're such a short weapon that I don't know. I don't know if I could convince myself to do a whole run using just daggers. Alright, what else do we have in here? We're on the next level down. I hear guys above me, or are they down below me? Okay. Alright. I can't see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got two of you guys coming. Okay. Well, come on the way up here. If you're really that dedicated. There he is. Oh, and then he's running out? Okay. So he's just running around like a messenger gone wild. We just got to run downstairs and get this guy down below. Oh no! What is that garbage? Okay, hold on. This looks like a situation where I'm gonna die, so... Can we item craft some stuff here? We can. Throwing pots down on these guys might be a really good idea. Or we could just jump past this guy and get him from behind. That's the disadvantage of a long charge spell, man. Somebody like me can make life hard for you. We want to get this guy. Right as he comes in there. Oh, he didn't care. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, come on now. I got all these smithing stones here. Brilliant. Yeah, so my thought process for the rest of today is we'll play a little bit of Elden Ring here. And then I'll take a little break, maybe go for a walk, get some exercise. And then we'll come back and we'll do some more Endless Legend 2. What did that say? Sorcery ahead. Shatter Earth. Cool. Okay. We're getting close to the end. Running around with a flail like this. Now, is there... There's a ledge down there. And there's a somber smithing stone. Great, I'm glad we did that. Now I gotta make this jump again. There we go. It's got a little bigger platform down here. I like that. Excellent. Now this is the ring blade one, and this is... You can parry this one, but the spear one is the one that's easy to parry as far as crystallians go. So what we want to do is, yeah, we want to have enough stamina here because we just want to swing at this guy, and I think we can get him stunned. I think we can kind of stun lock him, but it takes a little bit of work. Got that. I don't really need those. Actually, I'm going to keep them up just in case. Just in case. Alright, boss fight time. Let's do it. Oh. Come here. Oh yeah, I don't want that. Uh-oh. I thought I could parry you with those. We may have to do this the hard way. Oh no. No, no, no. Come on. There we go. They don't like strike. So you just want a weapon that does strike damage. Oh yeah, and we got the bell bearing, which is great because now if we want to get smithing stones 1 and 2, we can just buy them. We don't have to find them. That's awesome. Okay. Let's go back. That takes care of that. And then there's still a couple of things on the eastern side of Liurnia, but now we can really move to the west. Although, I would like to make this guy go down. Where do I have to be? I have to be up there? I have to be right over here. Oh, okay. And that's a while before we can get up there. We gotta get all the way across to the Carrion Royal Manor and then jump over. So we don't have to worry about that just yet. Okay, we'll move over in this direction, but let's just go right here and start working the western side up. Because the big piece of loot that I always want from Liurnia is up in the Carrion Royal Manor. I always want the Carrion Retaliation. It's the upgrade from the Buckler. The Buckler still sports a faster recovery time, but Carrion Retaliation has the widest parry window, and you can parry sorceries with it, so it just makes it ideal. Alright, so there is a spirit spring over here. Oh yeah, we were going to go back and get the shinies in that place after doing the jumping, but I got all my runes right now, so let's go take care of this guy. What is this dude? He does fire damage, I think. I probably just want to do max damage with my twin blade. So, let's do that. If I can remember what this guy is like. Who are you? Who are we fighting today? You. Okay. I see how you are. Oh, no, you don't. No, not that thing. Yeah, you're done. I like my bird feathers. Flame of the Fell God. I like the bird feathers a lot. That's fun. Alright, they're going to take us back out and we can say we're done with that guy. Oh yeah, we got the whole Albuneric village thing to deal with. Oh, right. Forgot about that. Okay. What's the easiest entry point from there? The Folly on the Lake. Yeah. Let's go do that. Folly on the Lake is Scenic Isle Patches. We're not at Folly on the Lake. I think it's there or close to it. We'll go over here. Then we'll go west, and then we'll go southwest, and then we'll go to the Albunerics, and there's an Omen Killer up there, and all of that is a good time. Patches, my man. Octopus. West. Another octopus. Yeah, there it is. This is one of the neatest areas in the game, in my opinion. The fact that there's a cave system in there. That's awesome. Okay, Folly on the Lake. Where are you? Where is it exactly? Let's find out, because I feel like I'm wandering somewhere. Oh no, it's on that dot right there. It's... Yeah, this is the spot that we're headed to. Okay, that's the correct location. Yep, right there. If I went a little further around the corner, I would have seen it. Let's spend some runes, shall we? A level up. Oh, we got enough for one level here. We can do damage, endurance. I try to keep endurance caught up with these guys until we get about to level 30, and then the next push is 40 for it, and finally 50 to wear the really heavy stuff in the DLC. Oh yeah, I want to change my physics. That's what I want to do. What do I want in wonderful... Oh, I got these two things. Stamina and that. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense for now. Because I don't have a weapon that does lightning damage. Yet. This way. South through here. Hey guys, give me that smithing stone. Giant crabs. Which way do we gotta go? Over here? Yep, there it is. There's the bridge. If you've spoken to Nefeli Lu at the Round Table Hold, she should be up here. Oh. No, wrong button, dummy. Nefeli, what do you got to say?
Oh, it's you. Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare. Made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown. And though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice. Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. But this time, and though there's justice to let the scars...
Yes, darling. Okay, well, here we go. This is always fun. There's a guy up that hill to the left who is a born and bred killer. Oh yeah, okay. I know what we need. This, and actually instead of the final twin blade attack, we'll do this. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Albineric. Can we not backstab you guys? There's gonna be a bunch of them here. Okay. I do want to kill you all. But it may be easier to throw some things at you. Nope. And here comes more of them. Oh man, it's like zombie horde. That's hilarious. Yeah. The voice acting is good. Sorry about that coughing there. No, they did a good job. I was put on... The only thing I've ever been put off by is just how the storytelling happens. Because it happens through doing things like this, talking to ghosts and reading the information on all the equipment that you find. But that's kind of the way Souls has always worked from FromSoft games. They do a lot of it environmental storytelling, so you're meant to pay attention to the way the architecture is designed and the things you see, and you're kind of meant to, you know, piece things together that way. Oh man, we're playing soccer. Okay, dude. Goal. This guy up here, though, he's a right pain in the butt. See, there it is, another one. Another Bloodhound's Fang. I'm telling you, it's so popular. This guy up here, I usually have it mimic, so I don't have to kill him myself. I'm not going to be backstabbing him. So let's go for max talisman damage. Let's do this. We just have to get up there to talk to somebody. Okay, that was close. That was really close. That little flamey that he's got there, that hurts. What you doing back here, Alb? Okay. Let's go this way. Into the darkness. Hey, what's this?
Please no, dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then, you're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, goodness me. I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemonger's hands.
The Halictree, half of it.
If you should meet the young Albinoric Latena, then please give it to her. A chosen land awaits us, Albinorics. The medallion is the key that leads to the city. It's only a quaint treasure for we who cannot make the journey. But for dear Latena, it is needed to fulfill her purpose. My legs will soon fade, and with them my life. Alas, this is the immovable fate of all Albinorics.
And off he goes. One of the things they're great at this game is in the character design and making characters that look disturbing in every way possible. The ivory sickle. Okay. Wait a minute. There was a tinging noise. Where's that coming from? What is that over there? Oh, I think I know what that is. Okay, I'm still going to mark that because we're going over there, but it's that thing over there. It's for refilling your health. Okay, but that shiny down there. Oh, I didn't quite. It's further than that. Okay. Yeah, it's down there. All right. In that case, because what's down here? This particular area always gets me a little bit confused. Yeah, we got to go across this bridge first and pick up a few things. And there's albinorics over here. There's sorcerer ones. So you gotta watch out. There's a bunch of messages. Could this be Erdtree? Didn't expect tears. Well, there's the sorcerer right there. It's the next one you gotta worry about. And then you can pick up this. The crystal sword, which looks incredibly cool. I changed one of my characters over in New Game Plus to strength and intelligence just so that I could wield a couple of really cool sorcery-based weapons. And that is one of them. That thing just looks badass. If you're a sorcery melee character, that is really cool. This one is int. So I made a character that scales mostly off int, you know, it's got like, in New Game Plus, it's got like 80 int and then everything else for offense is poured into strength because there's a couple of big swords. And it's got stuff like this, so that's a lot of fun. Alright. Got what we need here. Let's run back across the bridge. Can we do our horse here? We can. Let's go. Horse, of course, of course, of course. We'll reset because now we're going to go across the other bridge. Oh, and we can level up again. Okay, let's do vigor. We need to survive things. Flasks. What are my flasks at right now? There's no reason to have 2. FP, there might not even be a reason to have 1. Because we're not using anything with FP right now. What we really want to do is be able to parry the Omen Killer. Oh, this guy. You're just going to stand there though, aren't you? Good. Because we're going to run in here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I knew you're going to jump at me, but that guy's going to crawl after us and it's not a big deal. That thing disappeared. That's fine. Okay, now what we got to worry about here, there's the Omen Killer over there. You can see him. But what we got to worry about is the dogs. So we want to pull the dogs first. And we may need a bow and arrow to do that. Or we can try our Lucien. Where's it at? Right there. Let's switch that out for talisman, for arrow. And then can we get it? Yep. Oh, it knocked him down. Awesome. Okay. Run up here, dog. Get up here. Because there's several dogs, and if you just try to attack this guy and start to get swarmed by the dogs, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Come on. Now, there's more dogs down here. Where they at? Right there. I might just be able to do that twice. It won't kill him though, will it? That's okay. He'll get up here. You can be really careless when you summon your mimics and other things like that, but when it's just you, you got to be careful. Now, is there another dog around here? I feel like 2 is not enough. 2 does not account for all of them. Is there one more? Let's drop off the edge here. Run over here and get this. That's a rune arc. Wonderful. Okay. Any more dogs? Nope. Nothing back there. Any more dogs over here? Is that a dog over there? I can't quite get it targeted. There it is. Oh, I can't get him. Come on, buddy. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Oh, is he gonna come now? You gonna come over here? There you go. Okay. Now we can do the omen. There you are. I know the two hands there get you pretty excited. I don't have my talisman set up the way I want them though. It'd be risky. It would be very risky to try to switch talismans right now. Let's go run down here. Okay, my friend. This is it. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed and then I got caught by a rock. I couldn't back up. Oh, that sucks. Oh, so disappointing. So disappointing. I didn't have time between the last dog and him to change my talismans. Okay, well, we know what we're doing. Running up here. Running past these guys. That is brutal luck. Yeah, I hate getting caught by the geometry of the world. That's the part that upsets me. I don't like getting caught by geometry. Or you guys. Okay. That thing went away. Okay. Well, we gotta go back and get this. Oh, here he comes. Okay, and I didn't change my talismans again. And here come the dogs. Oh, this is bad. Let's do this. Oh, you're coming, aren't you? Oh. Damn it, dog. Okay, and now I got an Elden arc. And the Omen Killer went away. At least one of them went away. Okay. Now we can switch. We don't need this. Don't need this. I want this. There we go. Let's go make him pay, shall we? Can we get him to just come up here without those other dogs getting involved? Here we go. Gotta get distance on him in case he wants to blow fire like that. That's why. Come on. I always miss that first attack. That's okay. Yep, there's your fire. There's Nepheli asking to be called. We're on our no summons run, so there we go. Omen Killer. Done. We get the Crucible Knot Talisman. Reduces damage and impact of headshots. Doesn't come into play ever unless you're PvP. So got the dogs over here, and I'm not sure there's any other loot over here. But we'll check. I don't think there is. Oh, there's just you. And a message. Got a nice clear view of the underside. Liar ahead. That must have been somebody left a message saying jump or something like that. There's... We looked over there already. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go back to... Wait a minute. Who's here? Nepheli Lou is still there? I don't know if we need to talk to her after this or not, so we'll go do it. Let's see if she's there. Where is she located at? Nice. I've never really looked at using the twin blade. Might be time to start a new game. Oh yeah, it's my favorite. I mean, I really like the moveset on the katanas. Yeah, she's gone. And I like the moveset on double katanas. That's also really, really nice. And that reminds me. Look at something here. Gotta get away from these guys. They're hostile. And then here comes the crab. Because right now all we have is the Uji Katana, and you can get the same katana moveset as if you had a second katana in your hand out of the Wakizashi. But I can't remember where the Wakizashi is looted from. So I'm going to go look that up real quick. Because that may be something we can get soon. Where do you get the Wakizashi from? Mr. Eldening. It's a dagger technically, but it still allows you to do the moveset. And in Jail Cave, found inside one of the locked cells. Where's Jail Cave at? Oh, it's in K-Lid. Oh, well maybe it's time to go to K-Lid then. There's still a bunch of stuff I want to do here in Liurnia, but I would like to actually go have that sword first. That dagger first. That would be fun. Okay, Jail Cave. Let's look at K-Lid then, because there's a bunch of stuff we haven't done in K-Lid. Got to take a look at the map here. Oh yeah, because we could also get the great sword while we're here. Gale telling us yeah, there's the Moon Veil, which we won't be using because we're not using an int build, and then there's the Wakizashi's, that south one. Okay, so where the Wakizashi is in Caelid, we got to get over here and get a map. Actually, let's do that first. Where is the map? There's a map for there, but that's that region over there, and then there's a map for down here somewhere. We're going to do some Caelid. Let's have some fun doing that. Because Caelid's a good time. Yeah, so Claymore, if you've never tried the Twin Blade and you like the moveset, I love it. I was describing this last night with Eleanor's Pole Blade, because that's the whole reason that I go Twin Blade, is because I like the moveset of the Twin Blades, first of all, but Eleanor's Pole Blade has a really unique moveset, and it has a unique special on its Ash of War, such that when you press it, it sends you kind of into a twirling flying thing, and you get a whole bunch of attacks, like 5 attacks on an enemy. And then if you press that special again right in a row, it does like 1 slash and a jump back from the enemy. So it's just, and then it does fire damage and bleed damage at the same time. It's awesome. I love that weapon so much. But then you've got the Gargoyle's Twin Blade, and you've got this Twin Blade, and they allow you to put Ashes of War on them. So, and it's nice early in the early game. It's really nice to have Bloody Slash, because it takes a regular Twin Blade like this and puts bleed buildup on it, and it puts a lot of bleed buildup on it. I mean, 79 is pretty handy. So, and then it's got that really nice slash for a little bit of your health that's pretty aggressive. So I've had a lot of fun with these. So what I do with the Dex Arcane build is I use the Twin Blades and the Katanas as needed, based on whatever I need at the moment. There's the bird. We can knock him off there, but then I don't want to spend all day killing him. What I really want to do is get the maps first. So Jail Tunnel is down here, and then the one with the Moonveil is over in this direction. Let's get the maps first. Bloody Slash is picked up fairly early. Yep, exactly. It's one of the earliest things that we can do, and that's why I like it. So you can get the Twin Blade at Lake Agil right off the bat. You just need to put 18 points into Dex so you can use it, because I think that's what it needs, is 18. Yeah. And low strength requirement, so 10 and 18 Dex, you can start using it really quickly. Bloody Slash you get early, and when you combine that with Sacred Blade for handling undead stuff, it's just an ideal early game weapon. Now, this could be a problem. I'd like to get the Greatsword, but I hate fighting these dogs. But this may be a case where the Lucerne comes in handy. Let's try that. We want to do this. Let's see what it does to this guy. Well, we got 2 of them here. Let's go for the front guy. Oh, it didn't knock him over though. Okay, knocked him over then. That's kind of cool. He's gonna run up here. You gonna get up here, buddy? God, that... Could you target lock, please? That's all I'm asking for. Damn it, I'm missing. Oh, I hate that. Yep. No, it just kept missing with the slash. I hate how target lock does that. He was right there on the screen when I press a button, and then it turns me completely around like a moron. Like, come on, FromSoft. Why do you do that? He's on screen. You know what I'm doing. You have to know what I'm doing. I want to target lock the closest enemy there, which is, he's the only one. It's like, he's the only thing. This will get this. That's nice. Oh, no, it won't get it. Okay, come here, buddy. Oh, it knocked him down. Target lock cooked me. Yep, exactly. Come on, one more time. And then you're going to be so far away from your buddy. Get over here. You're going to be far enough away from your buddy that I can do that. Okay. I would like to have that Ash of War there, but this will work. Hit him. Oh no, 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 not like that. Who can get off their special first, me or the dog? Did you learn about the Wakizashi and katana parrying them from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No. But now that you say that, that reminds me of that. God, that was a great arcade game. Oh my god. I did pour a lot of tokens into that. Okay, now the bird is worse. If we go over here and try to open this thing, this bird is going to attack us. I don't want that to happen, but that's what's going to happen. Okay, great sword. We got it. It's Boogie. We just want to get down here to the site of grace. I heard him squawk. He's coming after us. You cannot have me, my friend. I do want to try to get that Ash of War, though. Let's try that real quick. From this other angle. Oh, and I've still got my runes. I gotta go get those, dummy. Oh, did we not activate Rockview Balcony? Oh, I'm such a moron today. I'm dumb. Where did you play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Sergeant Dodd? Did you play it at the arcade, or did you play it like on a console? Because there are different versions of the game. All my experience with it was at an arcade in the late 80s. There was the... I think you could I think in the arcade version of it you could play at least 2 players at a time, if not 4. It was a blast. I generally don't like side scroller type of games, but that game was fun. All right. There's a shiny over here that I forgot about. Preserving boluses. Actually, from the comics and the tabletop RPG, Sergeant says. Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that existed. Comics I could see. I didn't know there was a tabletop RPG. That's kind of cool. Okay. Now, you, my friend. Oh, you're kind of in the way there. Can we hit you through there? Get him. Oh, no. Okay, that doesn't work. Well, it was worth a try. We'll have to go about it a different way. I guess we could try killing the dogs again. Yeah, let's try clearing out the dogs. Uh-oh, there's that dog there. This could be bad. I do like this tool for that, though. Oh. Okay. What's going on? Oh, you can't parry me, dummy. Why would I had my shield out like a moron? All right. Here he comes. I hate that move. I hate that move too. I hate that move. Okay, he's done. Let's we can't take the horse over there, can we? We can't pick up there. I was late 80s, early 90s kid. Yeah, that's me. I was born in 71. Can't really get up there, can I? I'm not gonna be able to get back up that way. Nope. Okay. Yep. So, the early years in the 70s, the late years in the 80s. Oh yeah, there's no point in doing this. What am I doing? I'm being just dumb. We got to go back here and start over from the beginning, because the whole point here is to leave the scarab alone, kill those 2 dogs, and then get the scarab just by hand. Just hand kill it. Because that weapon, even though it's got target lock on it, it won't throw that javelin right where I want it to. And I'll be no good at free aiming it, so. I bet that creature is called Rex. Yes. And he does all the wrecking. Let's do this. Let's get some elevation. Get up here, buddy. Oh my god, okay. Oh no, there's 2 of them. I'm dead. I'm dead. Maybe I'm not. No, I'm dead. For sure. Okay, we can do this. We can run away from them. They're going to be less than interested in us, and this might allow us enough time to get back over there. T-Rex. Let's go, buddy. There we go. Okay, whirl of flame. Oh, God, and here he comes. Back this way. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh my god, seeing those dogs bearing down on you like that, that's not good. Okay, then what do we see further south here? There's a map down here somewhere. We just gotta keep going. Could do these whole ruins, but I'm not interested in doing it right now, even though the next ruin down I think has the meteoric blade in it, but I'm not 100% certain about that. These guys are fun though. They explode. I love it. Executing exactly how it was drawn up. Yeah, that's the funny part. Right there. Finger reader crone. There's a site of grace off to the side here. I think. Yeah, because there's a merchant down here. Let's see what the old merchant has. I see dad jokes everywhere now. I know, that's what happens when we get to this age. My wife groans so hard.
Customer, welcome. Valued, please. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Oh, he's got this and he's got this. Okay, he doesn't have anything we need. He's got arrows though, that's nice. There it is, right there. I hear you. Where are you at? Are you an Ash of War one? I think you are. I think you're some kind of poison armament or something. Let's find out what you are. What are you? Ash of War, Lifesteal Fist. Oh, right. Okay. Have you seen Quasimorph? I have not. Is that a movie? It sounds familiar. Okay, this place is a lot of fun, and I believe the meteoric blade is in there. Another intelligence-based katana, but we're not going to worry about it. We'll come back and get it. What we really want to do is just get the... We want to get the Sights of Grace charged up. Like this one. In front of this stupid ass rot dragon. I hate this guy. Indie game, Quasimorph. Okay. No, That's why it sounds familiar. It's probably on my wish list, but I haven't played it. Is it good? Is it out? Have you played it? Tell me about it. Hello, big dragon. Just stay over there. If you know who Splattercat is, he just dropped a video on it. Okay, I've heard that name too. I will have to check that out. There's our map. Buying, my man. Okay, so he's got a cracked pot. He's got this cookbook. This is going to give you rot bone arrows. Oh, fun. Okay. And he's got a stone sword key, but we're out of cash. All right. Excellent. Now, new map has been found. Great. Yep. And so this is where we want to be. We want to be over in that direction. Let's get over to those runes. We're going to go off to the Wakizashi. I think that's the thing I really want to focus on right now before I take a break for dinner and come back and play some Endless Legends. Endless Legend 2. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, what do we have there? We got that fort, right. Oh, we have that fort. Okay, I do want to get the Wakizashi, but do we want to go do the fort first? Because the fort has a really nice Ash of War over there. Let's go do it. Fort has an Ash of War, and then it has... Is that where we get Flame Grant Me Strength? Let's change our equipment here. We're not going to be using that. K-Lid. Oh my god, this place is so much fun. They put up the people here erected these flaming walls to keep out the scarlet rot. It's a sci-fi pixel looter shooter Diablo RimWorld mashup. Okay. That sounds fun. Hey guys, how we doing here? How are we all doing? I know you're all very excited that I'm here. You're gonna get really angry. We're not gonna go over that edge. We're gonna go over this one. Grace. The guidance of grace. All right, now. There it is. Stand here? Is that what you're telling me? Where are you at? Oh, it's stand here, but you gotta face it that way. Okay. Super fiddly. Lots of crafting and customization. Gonna play it this weekend. Good. Report back. I'll want to hear. Oh. You're gonna come back this way. He's got a long figure that he's making, isn't he? Going around there. Okay. There we go. Let's set up. Oh, how did we miss? Okay, I'm gonna roll right up here because there's a longer line here. If we line up and point at that, that'll work. Righto, lads, I'm heading off for some local foodie. Great stream as usual, man. I'll catch up later. This Arvo. Interesting your thoughts on Crimson Desert. Have a good one. Great. Thank you for showing up, Claymore. Appreciate you being here and chatting. It's wonderful. Have a good one. Go have fun. I'll be on later. Oh my god, I missed again. Okay. Well. I don't like the missing. This is no good. I gotta stop missing. Okay, so if I stand right here, he's gonna come right in front of me again. He's gonna come from that direction, and then he's gonna wrap around here a little bit. All right. Get over here, buddy. Oh, and this guy's got the proper one. That one just showed up. That person came online. There we go. That's it. Flame in the red mains. Now we got a flaming ash of war. That's what we wanted. Okay. Do we want to clear the rest of the camp or go after the Wakizashi? Let's think about clearing the rest of the camp then. To do that, we gotta go get the archer first. Can I ride this up? Yep. Let's go this way then. There he is. Come on, bud. Stay on my guy. Target lock. Oh, you're still not done, eh? Okay. Let's go, buddy. I guess I should have had the Crimson Dagger up. I didn't know I was going to be able to backstab all these guys. Alright. Now comes the hard part. That guy right there. Is it possible to get behind him and stab him? Okay, we got him. Now we're gonna get a lot of exploding undead. Blow up, boys. Blow up. Come on, dudes. There you go. Okay. All right. Can we get around you? Oh my God. Oh, he's way up there. Okay. Come on, I know you want to do this. Let's dance. There it is. Oh no, I don't like this. You're dead, buddy. Okay. That takes care of that. Gets us flame grant me strength, which is great. The archer's taken care of. Hit point flasks are replenished. And there's still, you can hear it. There's one dinging over there if we need some more. So, oh, you guys. How do you like that? Jump up here, boys. I got you. Oh, you can kick me, eh? Okay. You know what we're gonna do with you guys? We're gonna do that. That's more expedient. More efficient. Oh, you were trying hard, weren't you? You thought you'd surprise me. Oh my god, that's such a great sound. Let's do this. Let's get our crimson one out. Come here, buddy. Oh, yeah. No, you don't. No, you do not. Now, what's down in the camp? There's a shiny. There's you. Explosive great bolts. We should do that. What else we got going on? We clear all of this stuff. I think we only have 2 more guys down here and another one of the flaming mad faces. Oh no, we got some guys down here. Hey, you want to get up here? Jump up here, pal. I know you want to. Got those 2 losers over there. Guy wandering around over there. Okay, I'll just come down there and get you. Someone's going to jump over here, aren't they? Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. That's unnecessary. Get over here. Fight like a man. Okay, don't. Yep. You're over here. You want to come make a fight out of this, buddy? Come on. Which one of you guys wants to be contestant number 1? Oh, no. No. I didn't say crossbows. No. And then there's that dastard. Okay, we're done with those. You were talking and Crimson Desert's poor onboarding earlier. How is Elden Ring's onboarding? Watching all the mechanics right now seems overwhelming. I think it's certainly much better than Crimson Desert. It's pretty good, I would guess. I'm trying to think back to what it was like for me as a new player, having no experience playing a Souls-like game before. It's definitely not a game that holds your hand. But it has the advantage of not having a ton of mechanics. Because I think the most important thing to understand, some of the stuff in the game that isn't described, you just kind of have to get from watching somebody play it who's describing it, or watch a tutorial or something like that. But the most important things are understanding that when you die, your runes drop right there, and you got to recover them or you'll lose them forever. And then the other really important thing, I think, is understanding iframes and why you want to dodge when you are supposed to dodge. What does dodging do for you, I guess, basically, because understanding that you're actually invulnerable for a little bit while you're dodging is a key part of the game. Oh, you're a rat. Come here, buddy. But when the game starts, I mean, the way Elden Ring and the way all Souls games work, really, as far as onboarding goes, is you start very modestly, and you need to kill enemies. You need to go. The grace is pretty easy because it shows you. They make a little golden arc and you point the way. The first person you run into is Vare, and he tells you to follow the grace. And then you can wander around and find more of them, and killing enemies gets you loot. And so there's not anything super complicated about it right away. You only start to get some of the complexity over time as you are introduced to things like your talismans and ashes of war on the weapons, and needing whetstones to put on certain types of ashes of war. Those things all get metered out over time. So it's not a very front-loaded game, so the onboarding isn't too hard. The part that catches most people, I think, when they play a Souls game for the first time is that there's always a boss at the very beginning that's meant to kick your ass. You're not meant to defeat it. And if you've never played a Souls-like before, you're not accustomed to that. You're used to being able to defeat the first thing you face because the developers want you to feel success. And Souls is not like that. The Souls games are about teaching you that, oh, there's some really hard stuff out here, and one of the best things you can learn is to leave it for later. Skip this and come back and get it later. Get revenge later when you're powerful. And every single Souls game does that. And for somebody like me, I just was not used to that way of thinking about early game design. I was like, wait a minute. I appreciate what you said earlier about environmental storytelling, Snarfshark says. It's subtle and mostly missed by newcomers and people trying to rush through. And that's the thing. So there's a ton of environmental storytelling in this game. And then there's a huge chunk of the game is done through the storytelling of looking at the items and seeing the stories. The wings symbolize Melania and her undefeated prowess. Though she never knew relief from the accursed rot she was born into, her blade was forever beautiful and relentless. So you learn these things about Melania having the rot, and through the cutscenes you learn a little bit about, Melania and Radon, but you have to dig a little bit to get some of the deeper lore in the game. It's there, but you have to dig and you have to pay attention. And for instance, one of the ways it's hard to pay attention is Radon. Radon rides this little tiny horse, and it doesn't look like he should be able to ride it. By all the rules of physics, he shouldn't be able to ride it. But what you have to dig into the lore is he learned gravity magic because he loved this horse so much that he wanted to ride it forever, and he didn't want to hurt it. And then it's hard to pay attention to the fact that when you're fighting him and he's going to he's going to shoot his arrows up in the air and have them rain down on you, he actually pushes his horse below the surface of the earth using gravity magic to protect it. But you're so concerned about getting your ass kicked by this boss that you're not seeing it. So that's the thing about the game, is you're so concerned with not dying that it's real easy to miss some of the environmental storytelling that's happening. But it's there. And this is probably the greatest game for going out and watching people who do really good lore videos on video games and getting that information. Because I love to sit here and play Elden Ring and be cruising along, knowing what I know about the game, and I'll watch these I'll have these lore videos running on my second monitor, and I learn so much from watching these people, because I'm one of those people who missed most of it on my first playthrough. I was just like, I got the big picture of it, but there's some real nuance to the storytelling going on here. Like, you understand there are demigods, and there's a thing called the Elden Ring, and there's the Rune of Death, and there's all these little different factions and little kind of, not necessarily wars, but there's little story arcs that happened in the past that caused a lot of these things to happen. And you can get the broad strokes from just playing the game and watching the cutscenes and getting, but you can't get a lot of the little details. like understanding Marika and Radagon's relationship and all of those different things like that. That's where the storytelling can be really complex, and it just gets hard if you're not really digging for it. You will miss a lot of it. And so it's really cool, the people who are really into the lore, who pick it up really well. I love following them on Twitter. I love seeing their videos. They're great at it. And I appreciate that part a lot. This part can be really hard to do solo. I'm not sure I did this without... Well, I did this without summons when I did my walkthrough because I knew I needed to. Let's craft some more of these then. We're going to need more of these. Got 13 pots now. That's great. Okay. Yes, and I want this configuration of talismans. Let's go try this. So you can't get in here because that's closed and there's a shiny right there. See, this is what I'm talking about by game design. This is why Elden Ring's game design should be studied for how good they do things. You walk up here. Oh no, there's a gate. You can't get in. Should I even bother going in here? And what do? They entice you with a big purple shiny, not a mundane white shiny, a purple shiny, meaning there's something probably important here. Yes, you want to try to find a way through the gate. That's just crafty game design, man. And then, of course, they let people put messages down. So you wander out here and somebody's saying, hey, go this way. It's cool stuff. This is a different kind of video game, the Souls games are, but the way they're constructed and what they do, what they focus on and what they do well is really cool. Lore people are unsung heroes, Sergeant Dodger says. Yes, they are. They are our heroes and we love them for it. And a game like Elden Ring is when it becomes really, really important. And for instance, there's a whole portion of the lore in the game about people having these sort of guardian pets. Godfrey's got his giant lion over his shoulder, and Malekith, and you got to dig into the lore to learn all that stuff. Otherwise, if you don't, it just looks cool, but you don't understand what it's all about, really. Okay, so we have to jump across here to get a shiny in here. Oh no, there's no shiny in here. Okay, that's me being dumb. And there's the lever right there. So we got to go over there to get it. And then we got to worry about this guy. We're going to have to fight this guy. But we're going to try to do as much damage as we can with fire pots to him. Because they're really frenetic. I can dodge them pretty well nowadays, but it's just easier if I can whittle him down before I have to actually fight him. So we'll get that, the Warming Stone. Go this way. Unfortunately, the enemies we're going to have to face up here are just kind of brutal. That's the problem. That guy over there and this guy over here. Hey, you. You going to come over here? Oh. And he's not dead. Yeah, I got to kill you fast. Because Sparky over here, this is not good. Nope. No, I'm not fighting both of you guys at the same time. Nope, not happening. Get over here. Come down here, Spearman. I gotta fight that knight on his own. We could just make a run for the lever right now, but I want to clear out the rest of this place because there is some worthwhile loot down here. This way. There we go. I know you're gonna get real stabby here. Let's do it. Come on. No. Okay, I'm gonna get some room from you. Get some distance. Now we can do this. Like civilized gentlemen. Let's do it. You want to come at me with that, that's fine. Oh, I missed my chance. Oh, son of a gun. I was trying to get back to two-handed so I could launch my special, and it just wasn't working. Bummer. Okay. Well, now we're going to go up there and get those runes. Darn it. So the only thing I don't like is that some controls here are not easy to deal with on PC. The way I've got a map, they custom map them really nicely. It's just, I wish there was some easier systems. I wish I had a one-button solution for changing from one-handed to two-handed, and it's not a one-button solution, and that's disappointing. And also, if it thinks your character's in the middle of doing something, it just won't let you change it when you want to. Okay, here's some food for you. I gotta get up here and get my runes. They're way over here by this guy. I know, you guys are terrible. Either one of you guys want to just, come down here and fight? Come on. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, we got a bunch of you. Oh no, 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 no. No. Okay. I don't need all three of you guys over there. That sucks. Gonna let them go back a little bit. Where are my pots? Might need one for this guy. Would you run over here? No? You're not willing to come over here? Come on. If I go over there, I'm gonna die. Well, let's try it. We're gonna have to. Damn it. Okay. You gonna try me again here? Let's do this. Ah. Run away. I missed it. That move sucks. Oh, he caught me. Oh, son of a gun. I just needed a moment to heal. I missed two of those really easy ones. Two very easy parries. Ugh. That hurts. It hurts because I know how to do it. It's like I'm no dummy here, but I'm playing like a dummy. Alright, we will try again. Except we're just gonna go over first and unlock the gate because it'll make this way easier. Well, it won't make it way easier. I guess we can't. Is there a ladder in there? There's a ladder in there. That'll get you up here. Where is that ladder at? It's right there. Okay. Well, then let's go get our runes and then go take care of the gate and the lion. Because once we kill the lion, he'll stay dead. He's a true boss. He stays dead. Damn it. God damn it. Oh my god. No, 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 no. No. That is not happening. Oh, god darn it. Okay, maybe this guy will be really aggressive. Come over here. I got an idea for you. I didn't get my runes. They're still over there. He's just going to stay shielded up. Okay. Yeah, I gotta hope that these guys... Oh, no. Oh, no. That could have been a very bad day for us. That was stressful. But we got him. Without throwing any fire pots at him. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness I've had training against those beasts. Man. That was... fell down. That cracks me up. Okay. Let's go try to get our runes now. These guys should have reset. Oh, you want to do it this way. Nope, not like that. Okay. I see how we're going to do this. Oh no, there's two of you again? Come on, get over here. Oh! Well, now they really are lost. That makes me mad. I hate that guy. I hate him so much. Ugh. God, I hate that thrust. That spear thrust is so fast. If you miss it, you're just screwed. And I wish his would be a little more better telegraphed like other people in the game, because that spear thrust and then being a triple thrust just makes it worse. It's like bang bang bang. It's like, dude, you might as well just give him a machine gun. Like, give me a chance to make a parry against the guy. Let that first thrust be kind of slow so we have a chance to tag him on it, but nope. Well, now we get the cheap runes. Now we still got to kill these guys. Here's what we'll do. God damn it. Get out of my way. I'm coming over here. Is there something over here? There's a shiny there. Sergeant Dodger, yeah. The emoji is appropriate. The emoji is appropriate. Alright, so what we'll do is drop down here for this part. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Are you coming in here, pal? Yeah, you are. It sounds like it. Okay, so we enticed him to come down here. That's nice. He's done. We got the guitar. Not the guitar. The guitar. That's alright. It's just runes. We can get more. We will get more. It's just annoying because I don't like losing him. That guy's over there wondering where I am. Okay, well. Yeah, you coming over here, pal? Come here. Let's have an adventure. I'm gonna race you around. Okay, you're done. Let's go kill Mr. Big Stuff up here. Now, since we've taken care of the lion, we can use our special here. That'll give us our physic. Come on, goofball. Let's do this. Come on. This is how I'm gonna play it. You wanna play it? You wanna come at me? There you go. Eat that. Dirtbag. I'm gonna get my revenge on you. You don't like it, do you? Yeah. The Redmane Great Shield, that looks enjoyable. Convene the Festival of War. Honor Great Radon with a warrior's glory. Yes, so we get this. Star Scourge Heirloom. It's talisman. It raises your strength by how much? If you just need a couple points of strength to be able to wield a weapon the way you want to, it's going to give you another 5 points. So it's a those talismans in particular are great in the early game when you really want to use something. For instance, if you got the Dex one, and this requires 18 Dex to be able to use, and let's say you've got 16 and you're like, well, it's going to take me a while to get enough runes for the next 2 levels, you can just equip that talisman and get 5 more dexterity, and there you go. So those were talismans that I made judicious use of in the early game as a new player, not knowing where everything was until I got better at the game and made enough playthroughs to where I had, you know, my walkthrough and I know where I want to go with things. Okay, so this goes, yeah, somewhere else. I don't want to go wherever it's going to go. Just magic butthole, yeah. Okay. So, we're done with this thing right here. I think we're done with the whole castle. This whole little fort. Yeah, we're done with the fort. We've grabbed everything we can grab off here. So now what we want to do is go to our true destination, which was lower. So let's go back over here. I wanted to get the Wakizashi and I've just spent the last hour not getting it. I got derailed. This must be an RPG. I got so easily derailed. Right? Okay. So over here somewhere is the entrance, I believe. On the lower side on this, there's a rot lake over here. So we will meander over towards the rot lake. I can't remember exactly where the entrance to this place is. Is it on the other side of the Miranda spout? It is. It's right here. There's a stone sword key that we need. Get off the horse, buddy. Doink. 2 stone swords keys. Leave me alone there, Mr. Dragonfly. You are annoying. Jail cave. Oh, fun. If I remember correctly, there's a bunch of useless loot in here. Is that the situation that we're looking at? What's this? Is it a mushroom or something? Oh, it's a rune arc. That one's nice. Okay. Off we go. What do we do? Oh, this one. I love this dungeon. All right. I love it. This one's neat. Okay. If there are secret doors, we just reveal them. Hidden path ahead. No. Disparage. There's not a hidden path there. You're a liar. I will disparage your message. Now we need some extra bit of damage. Just downloaded Quasimorph. The soundtrack goes hard. Oh, nice, Sergeant. Well, I will definitely take a look at that then. I want to say it was on my list. So here we go. This is a jail. This is great. South, yeah. And there's a bunch of the exploding guys here. This now, I might actually need to bring up. Oh, I don't need to. So this door is closed right now. There's another great sword. It's the Bloodhound's Fang or it's the great sword. Those are the 2 favorites. It seems like we'll come down here. We fall down through here, and now we're in the rest of the jail. And all these guys right now are locked up. So we need to find a lever, and it's going to unlock him. Which is going to create some chaos, of course, but... Hi, guys. And they won't start exploding even though we're standing here because the door is closed. But that's how they explode. They get in proximity to you. So we'll open the doors, get the shinies out of the doors. And we got to deal with, like, that guy right there. Come on. You can see him. I can see him. I can see him. Target lock him, will you, please? Target lock that punk. He was standing right up there. Liar. To blade. So we got to go this way. And then, is there somebody down here? Down. Which way do we have to worry about enemies, though? That's what I'm concerned about. Right here. These guys have their little screams. Yeah. Oh, teeny. Alright, my friend. So you're down. Do we open this door now or later? Later. Okay. I think the only thing we can do is keep working until we find the lever. It's in a different... These guys... And one of these rooms has a whole bunch of shinies in it. That right there. And I think that's where the Uji Katana is. I mean the Wakizashi. Look carefully. I'm looking carefully. There's no secret passage here. Enemy ahead. Right there. Enemies ahead. Okay. Now, is this a door we can open? No, it's not. Alright, that one's got to be opened later too. Flaming guys in there. Is this the path we have to... No, this is the path. Yes? The path? Which path? Right here. Yeah, we got to go up. We got to get up so we can get in that room with the lever. And we got... ratties. Oh, mama's here. Ratties. A golden room. Oh, no, 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 no. No sneaking up behind me like that. That's not nice. Hey, now. Enough of that. That poison. Here you come. There they come. Get over here, boys. Oh, I got another one in there. Come here, dude. Get over here. I love backstabbing these guys. It's hilarious. Okay. We're free and clear. We're in the room. We got the lever. We can open the door. Somber Smithing Stone 5. That's a nice find. Now... the lever's right there. Before we... Now, the one thing you don't want to do is open the door right below us. You want to wait for these guys a little bit. And then we're going to do this. We're going to make some of them have a bad day. Here you go, boys. Get on over here. Start yourselves on fire, will you? Come on now. Get activated. Probably should have used something else besides fire pots. These guys, though, they'll get close enough to me, and then they'll start exploding. But that's why you don't open the door, because then they can run in here and... There we go. There we go. Everybody get close. Come on. Yep, you want to do it. I know you want to. Oh, hell. They got me through the door. Okay. can go clear this place out. You. Dead. Alright. Now, is there anything in the bottom here? I don't think so. Maybe. There might be. Let's go find out. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff down here. Here we go. The Wakizashi. Golden Rune. Stone Sword Key. Is there anything in your room? You guys? Yep. Go blow each other up. Is there anything in here? Nope. Just trying to get all these guys to activate and blow themselves up. Oh, perfect. Okay, you're still there. What about you? Okay, and there's nothing in this room. Alright. Work our way down. Looking at the rest of the rooms. What do we got back this way? That's the way we go to get up. I think. Yep, there's a room over here. Rainbow stone. Golden rune. That's the way out, is that little wooden door there. That leads to the boss. But I want to make sure that I've cleared the whole dungeon first. Because I think there's one shiny in the other direction. You come down through here, but the rats were left. This is right. This gets us to the lever. And then we jumped down and went right, but I think we want to go left for one more piece of loot, maybe. So instead of going that way, we'll go up here. Yeah, because there's still some guys in there. So is there a piece in here? Oh, where's this? This goes up to like the beginning, I think. Because there's dead rats here. Yep. Okay, so that's the beginning. That's the door that we couldn't come down to. We went to the right there. We'll go down this way because there might have been a jail cell along the way that had a shiny item in it. Oh yeah, because there's the hole. Okay. You guys, you having a good day? Small jail cell, nothing in there. And there was this jail cell up here. Yep, right there. A tiny little rune. Okay. Well, at least I wasn't insane. There really was something in there. Down. Down we go. The jail is empty now. Now, what boss are we fighting? What's the boss in this place? I gotta look. It's the Frenzy Duelist? Oh. Okay. He can be parried, I believe. Ooh, that was dangerous. Oh, imagine dying right before the boss because you weren't paying attention to how far down you were going. Oh yeah, this jerk. I know how we're doing this. Yep, just like that. Yep, I know. His weapon is too big to be parried. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I cannot tank that stuff. Oh God. I miss even one thing and I got one more shot here. There we go. That was better. That was the better approach toward the end there, was just to dodge, and his attacks were spaced out enough that you can dodge an attack and get a hit in, and then dodge an attack and get a hit in. Okay, so that got us the Wakizashi, and then you don't have to go to the end. You can come back here and you're on the other side of Limgrave. You don't want to take the exit, and you want to pick up this, the Regalia of Ioche. Now this is a really cool little weapon. Treasured Sword of Ioche, a lesser long-vanished domain. The copper coloration is not to be confused for rust, but it is a conduit for its wielder to move it by their will alone. Sword of Ioche, dance through the skies. Unique skill, dancing blade. Infuse the sword with energy, then fling it forwards in a corkscrew attack. The sword continuously deals damage while violently spinning. Charge the attack to increase reach and the duration of the spin. This is an incredibly awesome weapon. The problem is, well, I guess there is no problem for us. We need 15 arcane and 12 strength. We'll get there. This is fun. I don't have the arcane and strength right now to show off the ability, but this is a neat little weapon. So it stays in our inventory for use at a later point in time. And then there's the Third Church America, very close to where we started the game. So we got the stuff I wanted. We got the Wakizashi. So what we're gonna do is go over to gate front, where we like to play around with weapons, and we'll just kind of show this off before we abscond for the evening. So what we got is this, the Sacred Uchikatana, and then we have the Wakizashi, which we'll have to level up if we want to. And then what you can do is, this is the dual katana moveset. So if you do this, let's see, which is it? That gives us Sacred Blade, and then there's that whole thing. I think I gotta get a different, let's see, what am I thinking here? That right there. That is awesome. That's your charged strong attacks, basically. Sergeant Dodger says, thanks for the stream. It's fun to watch. I'm going to fire up OBS and try out this game. Good luck. Excellent. Have a really good time with it. I'll be on later with Endless Legend 2. I'm going to take a break, but I got to play with this for a little bit because this is so much fun. I forgot how much fun this was. Come on, then. Oh, I love that finisher. That's so great. Oh, God, it's just brutal. So if I'm one-handing this, I forgot. What's my strong... Yeah, and that's just guard. So what is it with the twin blade? Yeah, so you're just guarding if you're using your kind of charged strong attack there. But if you have this... you get this sort of action, and that is, oh my God, I love it. It's so much fun. So we'll have to make use of that until we can get a second katana that works a little bit. Because the thing about the Wakizashi is it's pretty short range, but it's a lot of fun. So, all right, there's our guy. He's got some armor. Still have a lot of Limgrave to do, and then we can start doing cool stuff in Kaled. We need to go get the carrion retaliation though. At the end of Liurnia of the Lakes, I mean. at the end of that through the Carrion Manor. But I'm going to go grab some dinner, chill for a little bit, and then come back for one more late evening stream, and we will do Endless Legends. To everybody that was here, everybody that's still watching, everybody who left comments, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next one as usual. Questions, comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.